Hello, Beez Bladers! Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have two new knives to check out with all of you today, and I hope all of you are having a fantastic day. By the way, these are brand new KANSEPT knives. I think one of them might be a new, what do you call it? A new version, a new, what's the word I'm looking for? A new configuration, and the other one is a new knife altogether. I could be wrong, I don't know. We're gonna check them out either way you look at it. Oh, we'll just take the plastic right off, and ooh, yeah, look at this. This is the new KANSEPT Prometheus. Would you look at it? Just look at it. Now, I know I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I'll just guess it and wing it. There are several versions of the Prometheus, but I'm telling you, this thing is so incredibly lightweight because we have some carbon fiber, a little bit of carbon fibre going on. Look at that. On this side is carbon fiber, and this side is titanium. Ooh, look at that. I love that. Ooh, yes, check that out. I love that look. Whatever that, when they put the bronze against the black wash titanium, wow, that looks so good. You got pow, 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 and pow all over the place. And I'm looking forward to seeing this blade. I can't remember what the picture looks like, but we're going to look at it right now. You ready? Pow! Right in the kisser. Oh, mamacita. Look at that. Okay, now this is an everyday carry pocket knife if I ever saw one because it is just so extremely lightweight. It has S35EN blade steel, baby. And look at this. Check out that blade. I like it. It's not, I think it has to be completely flat to be a Wharncliffe. It's not quite a Wharncliffe, but it's pretty darn close. Pert near, it's also not quite a harpoon, but maybe technically if you really measured it out, you were just being total geeked out about it. There's your blade steel. And let's go down one end to the other. And look at this. That looks so good. I love me a little bit of carbon fiber. Now this one has a nice clean look. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, that's going to be smooth. And there's no lanyard hole. So you folks that don't like lanyard holes, it's not there. And there's no lanyard pin per se back here. You have a 3D milled titanium pocket clip, a little bit of relief cut out right there for the frame lock, which does have a steel lock burr insert. This is a nice, sleek design, and let's check out, what do we have up here? Jipping's a little lacking. I wish the jipping was, should I even say it? Do I even need to say? We need more jipping. It needs to be smaller, a little bit deeper, a little deeper and a little smaller. What? A little sharper so it grabs the skin, but, ooh, it does come out nicely. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm telling you right now, before we go any further, this is... Ooh, okay. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself. Wow, look at that. Now that's some thick blade stock. I gotta check that out. Maybe it's me, maybe it's just me, but it looks a little beefy on the blade stock side. So I'm just gonna check it out here real quick because you know what? We're doing a wing ding, we're winging it. Let's see what it says. All right. Looks like we're 136 thousandths of an inch, 137 thousandths of an inch for your blade stock thickness. So it is on the beefy side. Whoo! I'll show you what it looks like next to the penguin here in just a second. As far as behind the edge, it's not bad. They did a good job on the geometry. It's not super thick. It's not axe-like. So with what they had going from this thick down to here with only this much room, they did a really good job on the geometry of making a nice smooth transition. We'll see if we're able to use this forward spot here. I'm not going to call it a finger choil, but it definitely is a sharpening toil for days. Let's see what it feels like. Oh yeah. Oh, that's not too bad. My hand's 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. And let's see what it feels like. Giving a little bit of the bees squeeze action. You know what? That's good stuff. Now, when I'm squeezing it, I can feel it flex right here in the middle. Let me see if I can show you. See there's a little bit of flex. There's nothing negative about that. I can just feel it, and I almost kind of like it. But I mean, what are you going to be cutting super heavy duty with this? Speaking of duty, don't stick this in the duty because then you'll have to clean it off. I eat with a lot of my knives, so I always keep them clean. I don't get them that dirty. But you see how I'm digressing. We have a good lockup, and let's see how our centering is. The blade is El Centero'd. And, I keep wanting something to flick, maybe because lately I've had a lot of reverse flickers, but for that, let's listen. So it has a very distinct sound. I like the sound. This is how far you go down before you get past that double clutch, or I think some people call it a double clutch. And since I've got it down here on the table, let me give you a quick size comparison. Here is the CJRB Pyrite. Okay, so this knife, I remember it looked bigger in the package. It looked bigger in the box. I thought it was going to be bigger than that. Here's another Kansept. Here's the, oh, by the way, I have 10% off Kansept knives. It's a year round. If you use my link and use my code, you'll get 10% off of their knives. They mostly, usually, when they have a nicer version like these two, they always have cheaper versions, like more budget-friendly versions. This is the Shard. I really like that one. That one comes in a bunch of different versions. But you know, if you're in, you know, not in the heavy duty price range and one of them's more pricey, you can look and there's usually a lot of options. Now here's the Vosteed Raccoon. Okay, so we're in that territory. Here's another option. This is the Spyderco Para 3. We were talking about this one on the live stream. And by the way, every Friday night, Beez Blades live at the Hive. Oh, right. You don't want to miss it. We have a 3 to 4 hour live stream every Friday night. We give knives like this, and this away. It's a lot of fun. The giveaways aren't the reason for the live. By the way, this is the Civivi Elementum 2 button lock. And they're not the reason for the live stream, but they sure do make it a lot of fun, right? And here, you know it was coming. You know it had to come. Everybody should have a QSP Penguin, right? And let's not last, not least, this is the Spyderco Manix 2. So now hopefully I've shown you enough knives. I did have a comment on my last knife on the Vosteed Acorn. Somebody said, why didn't you do a size comparison? I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot. So I made sure on this video to give you some size comparisons. But overall, the feel of this one is really nice. I can't believe how extremely lightweight this knife is. It's just, it's so light in the hand. This would definitely be a good summer carry if you have some lighter shorts on, something you don't want to be carrying a 5 or 6 ounce knife. Wow, this is nice. I don't have any complaints. Let's see how it feels. There's no movement, vertical, horizontal, nothing like that. Good blade shape, nice long, ooh, okay, look at that. Nice area for your thumb to land. This is a winner. This is a total win. This is the KANSEPT Prometheus. Now let's check out the other one. Now this one, I know I have, I think at least one, possibly 2 other versions of it. I don't have them out. I don't have the moment in time at the moment to go, oh wow, check this out. Okay, I've seen this kind of carbon fiber before and it looks really good. Ooh, this is the KANSEPT ACIPITER. Would you look at it? Just look at it, and it's green fat carbon fiber. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Let me get you in there all nice and close. Now that is a color I can totally get into. Mamacita, check it out. Oh, and look at this. For all you lanyard lovers, you do have a lanyard spot back here. You have a pin back here, but it's hidden and it doesn't take away from the overall aesthetics of the knife. You talk about aesthetically pleasing. Ooh, and let's take a look here. There's your pivot. Wow, this is, I guarantee this is more fancy looking than it even cost. Very nice looking titanium frame lock. You have a 3D milled pocket clip, big old spot for relief right here. It has a steel lock bar insert. And is that T6? I don't know. I can't tell if that's T6 or T8. Those might be T6 screws. Let's see what it feels like. Oh, okay, there's a nitpick. There's no jimping. Okay, no jimping. It's not always the end of the world, but you know, I'm the jimping diva. No, don't call me that. I'm just I'm a jimping fiend. What can I say? Okay. Ooh, wow. Look at that blade. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. S35VN blade steel, baby. And let's see. Usually, yeah, there you go. ACIPITER. You know, I could appreciate that KANSEPT puts the name of their knives on a lot of their knives, which as a content creator that sees a lot of knives, is kind of nice. I appreciate that at least it's small. It's just up here, right up here on the Ricasso. It's not, you know, it's not big branding or anything. Oh my goodness, this is a gorgeous knife. Let me do a couple quick size comparisons since we have it here on the table. Here is the Raccoon, and I've already told you about these knives. This is the QSP Penguin, because everybody should have a Penguin, right? And how about this one? The Para 3, the Spyderco Para 3, and then the Civivi Elementum 2 button lock. And hopefully I'm not doing this too fast where you guys can maybe pause if you're curious and you have one of these knives and it gives you an idea of the size. Here's the Shard. So if you're I'm a KANSEPT fan. man, I have a lot of KANSEPT knives and I really do like them, enjoy them. Here is the Spyderco Mannix 2. That's a full-size knife right there, baby. And I don't think I showed this one. There's the CJRB Pyrite. So yeah, the Pyrite, a lot of people, if you're in the knife community or into knife collecting at all, you probably have a Pyrite. That gives you a good idea of size comparison. But man, I already know I'm going to be careful. Oh, did you hear that? It sounds good. Did you see where I slipped off of the flipper because it doesn't have jimping? So, you know, that's just something to make note of. Now, there's the switch, and push button is really good. Comes out with authority. Oh, man, it sounds so good. So, it's smooth. It's smooth as silk. It's just super buttery smooth. And look what I just noticed. Look at this. It has a crown spine. Very nice looking crown spine. And let's see, the ergos. Yep, ergos are money. Can I get up here just a little bit? Yeah, probably not. Maybe if you're just doing a little super light cutting, you just want to just put your finger on the tip, but you're not going to use this as a choil because your finger will end up hitting that heel, and I don't think that's a good idea. But giving it the bee squeeze, I'm feeling this back here. I'm feeling this edge right there. That can stand to be chamfered. I mean, if you're really using this hard, but holding it like this in a traditional sense, I'm not getting any hot spots. That feels really nice. This is going to be one that I carry. When I come down, before I go out to eat or anything like that, and I want a nicer, fancier knife, this is going to be one that I pull out of the case because, oh, wow. It just looks good. And I use my knives when I eat at dinner and everything else. When I go places, I always use my knives. I don't use knives that come with anything. I always use my own personal knife because it just cuts so much better. It's just much more enjoyable than using plastic or the junk at steakhouses. Oh, could you imagine going out to eat and laying this down next to your plate? I've never had a complaint anywhere I've ever gone. They're always like, oh, wow, that's gorgeous. Whatever knife I have. But wow, I will be proud to carry this bad boy. This is absolutely beautiful. Oh, by the way, these have a D-shaped pivot and they do have caged ceramic ball bearings. And the other one, here's a look at these two. Let's put them next to each other. The Prometheus and the ACIPITER. I think these are both gorgeous, gorgeous knives, and I'm going to be carrying both of these. I'm looking forward to it. I don't really have many nitpicks at all. That's not the reason for a video, but if there's anything that I missed and you have any questions about these, the live stream every Friday night, 8:15 to 11:15, 12:15, somewhere in there, p.m. Eastern time. That's where I can do size comparisons for you. We can talk more about them if you have any questions. And don't forget, I have 10% off of all KANSEPT knives, and I'll put the link that you take and in the description and in the comment section. And if you enjoy my content, give me a big thumbs up, help support the channel, or don't, give me a thumbs down if you don't like my content. Either way, it's a free country, right? But go watch this video. You'll really enjoy that. And until I see you again, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.